Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. So in the previous video we have discussed about the basic structure of a C program. Now in this video we will see what actually the constants are. So generally there are two types of constants. One is numeric constants and another one is character constants. In numeric constants we have two types. They are integer constants and floating point constants. So integer constants is nothing but what we see in mathematics. So it can be decimals like 10, 20, 30, some etc. And octal representation is also present in C language, and it can be represented by preceding the number with a 0. So this is an octal constant. So this is not 45, it is 45 in octal system. And another one is 0, 6, 7, 6, 5. This is also an octal constant. And coming to hexadecimal constants, we can represent this as 0x and then the number. So in this way we use different representations for representing integer constants. So these are all integer constants. Coming to floating point constants, here we use floating point. Here we use real constants, that is here we use real numbers. So that is example 12.56 or 7.8. So these are all floating point constants. Coming to character constants, there are two types of character constants. One is single character constant or string constants. We can also tell this as string literals. So single character constant can be denoted inside single quotes, and string constant should be declared inside double quotes, and you can see this. So inside double quotes. And the thing is, when you represent single character constant, it is different from representing single letter in a string constant. So this k is different from this k. And also we have some ASCII values assigned to this single character constants. For example, small a, it is assigned with some ASCII value, that is 97. So 97 is the ASCII value of small a. You can search in the Google ASCII table so that you can see all the ASCII values of characters. So these are constant that we use in C language. And one more thing, these are directly constant like we use in mathematics, but there is constant variables. So we can declare variables as constants. So that we can do using const keyword. So const, this is a keyword. We can use this to declare constant variable. So for that we use const, let's say int a equals to 9. So we can't change a value further because we have defined it as a const variable. And by using hash define, as we have discussed earlier, hash define is also used to define a constant variable. Hash define, so that means this 3.14 is replaced at the place of a in our code. Now let's practically see about the constants in VS Code. So opening VS Code, and let me create a file, new file name constants.c. So as usual, header files, return type int, main. So now let's print an integer value. Let's print in decimal form, decimal integer, and for this we will use %d, and let's say 90. And let's print another value, and now it is octal integer, and use %d. Here you can observe the difference. When you give, let's say, a value 0 1 2, so when you run the code, so now when you run the code, let's save the code first and run the code. So here you can see that decimal integer is 90, it's okay, but coming to octal integer, it has given 10, because even though we have given 12, this is octal form we have given, and it has converted into decimal form, so that the decimal representation is 10. Or if you change the value here like 7674 and save the code, run again, now you can see the value has changed to 60. So the value differs based on the representations. And also let's print so here also you can see the difference. See 154. So in decimal form, this hexadecimal value has converted to 154. So in this way the code will work. And %d, we have used this because it is a format specifier, and we will discuss this in detail in data types chapter. So these are format specifiers you must have to use if you want to print a value. And let's complete other code. As I have said, if you use %d and give a character value, then the ASCII code of that value will be printed. So you can see here, let's save the code and run it again. Yeah, you can see here 97. So this 97 is the integer value that has associated with char a. And coming to strings, we use %s as a format specifier, and let's give a string. So you can see this is decimal, octal, hexadecimal, floating, char, and ASCII and string. So in this way constants work, and I'll also show you the variable constants. So int is the data type here. We will discuss about data types in the coming videos. You can see 90 has printed in the output console. So this is constant, and you can see when I try to change this constant, then it will give an error. When you run the code, then you can see the error is constants assignment of read only variable. So thanks for watching. Meet you in the next video.